What's up, sports card collectors, wrestling card enthusiasts, and pop culture nuts? This is Tom from CollectAWrestlePalooza. If you're into 80s and 90s pop culture, wrestling, sports in general, hobbies, you found a channel for you. I bought a couple cards last year or a couple years ago that were particularly bad investments, and you could say any card you bought 2 years ago would be bad investments, but these ones were particularly short-sighted. I'm going to show the cards to you, I'm going to tell you about what I paid, and I'm going to tell you why I should have known better. Enjoy.
CollectAWrestlePalooza. CollectAWrestlePalooza.
Okay, so here are the two cards. First one, 2016 Topps Olympics Paralympics Simone Biles. This is in a PSA 10. You can see that she's biting the metal on the card. Pretty nice image. It is a goat. It has that going for it. And as I stated, in a Gem Mint 10. Second one was graded by Beckett. Same card, but this is the parallel, and this is in a 9. And the parallel is a bronze. So you can see in the bottom corner, there's a bronze insignia instead of the standard just blank corner, which is on the base card. Or I should say, it has an Olympic insignia on the corner instead of a foil bronze on the base card. So it's the base and the parallel. I spent about $200 plus for this one. I think $210, $220. This one I think I got for $60 or $70 or thereabouts. Resale value on these, be lucky to get $100 for this one, and maybe the same for this one, although probably closer to $50 for this one right now. So pretty big decline, pretty big loss on these. What do these cards have going for them? Why did I choose to buy them when I did? I got caught in the hype. So that's the first lesson I learned, is you have to buy the hype long before the hype happens. So I bought these right before the Olympics thinking, gosh, Simone Biles is going to get 7 or 8 gold medals. These cards are going to skyrocket. Yes, that could have happened. Fundamentally, that's not a terrible play, but I should have bought them 2, 3, 4 years ago, prior to the Olympics, 2 years prior to the Olympics, so that the hype wasn't there. These cards were already inflated due to the hype. In my opinion, I was too late on buying the hype. So that's the first lesson. Second lesson, which is the even bigger lesson, is everyone knows Simone Biles had problems with dizziness or the yips or whatever you want to call it. She wasn't able to compete in most of her events. She did get 1 bronze medal, but nowhere near the performance that people thought she should have as the GOAT. Now, why did I learn from that? What I should have done was unloaded these cards immediately. When that happened, I might have been able to get my money back or close. I said to myself, I'm going to hold on to them and hopefully they'll go up in value. And the way I see the arc for pricing on these is, of course, they're going way down, way down, way down. I think eventually they're going to regain some value. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But I should not have held on to these cards into the plummet, because they were artificially inflated and I needed to get out very, very quickly upon the news that it wasn't going to surface. What did I do right? Like I said, fundamentally this wasn't a terrible investment, and the reason why is it did check off some boxes. This is a GOAT. Any GOAT card is not a bad card to own, particularly GOAT cards in PSA 10s, and it is arguably a rookie card. She did have a Sports Illustrated card prior to this, but this is the Simone Biles card that everyone knows. It's an iconic image, and this is one that anyone that collects GOATs is going to want to have in their collection. So that was not a bad move. However, gymnastics. Who collects gymnastics cards? People that are into sports cards and people that are filling out their collection. But are there gymnastics fans that are buying sports cards for nostalgia and for collectability? I doubt it. I think that these are more based on the commodity of having a GOAT sports card than people that like Simone Biles as an athlete. That's just my opinion. So that was going against it. And the other thing going against it is that these cards are pretty abundant. Now, you can say it's a short print because it's gymnastics and there weren't that many cards produced. However, if you go on eBay, you're gonna find these are pretty liquid cards. You can always buy one, so it's not scarce. So just to recap what was going for it, what was good fundamentally in these purchases, buying a goat, buying a high grade goat, buying a PSA 10 goat, all great ideas. Buying before the Olympics, before she theoretically was going to win a bunch of gold medals. Again, really good idea. If she did win those gold medals, I was going to unload these cards pretty quickly. So not a bad strategy. What did I do wrong? I did not unload the cards quick enough, even at a small loss, and I let them plummet. And also, I went after a goat in a sport that doesn't have the loyal following, in my opinion, that is also crossed over with people that collect sports cards. So, learned my lesson. At this point, I think I'm going to hold on to them for the long-term value. Again, owning high-grade goats in 10, 15, 20 years, these cards will probably go back up in price, and just based on having a PSA 10 and a 9 on a short print or a parallel version of it, not bad cards to own and to round out my collection. Hope you learned something today. Hope this video has some value to you. If you do have thoughts or do have stories about some of the worst investments you've made, please feel free to make comments. Keeps me going. I love hearing what you guys think. Have a great week.
CollectAWrestlePalooza. CollectAWrestlePalooza.